You are on record claiming this war has significantly weakened Iran.
Yeah.
But according to US intelligence, Iran still has 70% of its pre-war missile inventory, 90% of its underground missile storage, and of course, almost 1,000 pounds of highly enriched uranium. The US killed Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei and replaced him with, drumroll, Ayatollah Khamenei.
We think.
Well, they did replace him. You can say where he is. We can discuss that. The Iranians, much to Donald Trump's shock and surprise, weaponized the Strait of Hormuz, attacked US's Gulf allies, threw the global economy into disarray. In what fantasy world is this war close to a success?
Okay. So again, the four conditions, let's start with the ballistic missiles. The measure of the effectiveness of ballistic missiles is not how many you have, how many you possess, it's how many you can fire against an enemy in a militarily significant manner.
They just bombed US bases in Bahrain, in Kuwait, in
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes. And that had almost no effect really on the United States' ability to project power in the region. And again, going back to my initial predicate, Donald Trump at least, he sees defeat, regime change, not coming from military action.
So let's talk about that.
Sure.
Here's what I don't get. You seem to believe, you've made statements that suggest, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you actually believe that Trump had humanitarian motives for this illegal and disastrous war. You have claimed that Trump's promise in January to help Iranian protesters who were being killed was the real reason for this war. And you said his aim in this war is, quote, punishing the people who carried out the massacres and ultimately avenging them, you said. To be clear, David DeRoche,
yes.
You think Donald Trump gives a damn about the people of Iran? Really?
Okay, so first off, I'm very impressed that you pay attention to me as a married man. I don't get that very often. But the predicate that you led with is false. What I said is true, that he said he was doing that. But I don't think, and Trump supporters and Trump detractors, I don't think his motivation is necessarily a humanitarian urge. I haven't seen any evidence that that exists in it. It is his ego. He made a public statement that he was going to help the supporters. And having made that, he had to take some sort of action, not necessarily out of humanitarian urge, but rather because he did not want to be compared with Barack Obama's red lines in Syria.